happy to be here with you. Thank you so much for taking the time. And let's talk the importance of mindset, right?
Totally.
Right. I want to know your specific internal language that you use right before this competition.
Oh, okay. So lots of deep breaths.
Okay.
And then I always say, you can do this. You got it. Just breathe. And I say, do you. Just do you. Don't worry about anybody else. Just do you. You got it.
Love that.
Yeah, totally. It's huge. Like, you know, even last season when I was up on the ring toss and one of my hands slipped, I could hear everybody like, and I literally, you can see my lips moving, and I said, it's okay, you got it, out loud. I literally like, it's not always internal. Sometimes I just say it, and people probably think I'm crazy, but it's worth it.
So now, speaking of that internal motivation, so on the days that we all get lazy and slow, when you're not focused every single day, maybe you are 365 days, are you training, first of all, for this?
It's definitely, you know, I'm definitely training for life in general. Even if this weren't, you know, the conquest right now, I would still be super healthy, super fit, always keeping my body ready for whatever it needs to do and things like that. But for the last few years, this has definitely been my whole mindset, you know, what I'm going after and what I want to accomplish. So
give me two staple moments that you have that whether you're on or off training season that you really focus on, that you feel that keeps your body in tip-top shape.
Burpees, definitely, because it gets the endurance and it gets kind of a full body workout just doing it. We do burpee tuck jumps too. So at the top, when you jump, you tuck your knees in so it gets a lot more core and things like that. So definitely burpees, love those. And then just good old pull-ups, you know, lots of pull-ups. They're definitely in our workout. Obviously you need to do everything and keep it even, but I always feel super strong when I'm doing them, making sure my body's in the right place and ready to go.
Good. Now speaking of that, I also want to ask you a little bit about diet, right? So how strict is your diet? And I really want to know, 24 hours before your competition, what does your food plate look like?
That's tough, yeah. And I definitely always try and keep my my diet on there. Definitely, if I'm not very close to training, very close to competing, I will have my cheat days and just like go crazy and have pizza and pasta and craziness like that. But you know, for the most part, I try and keep it super clean. You know, stay away from the gluten and the grains for the most part. Nothing processed, nothing with sugar and things like that. Keep it super clean. Lots of greens, what your body needs and stuff. And definitely 24 hours before, I try and keep it really light because I don't like to have a full stomach on the course, and I like my body to be able to do exactly what I need it to. And so lots of sleep. Definitely like a big salad, maybe with like a hard-boiled egg or something for some protein, but not too heavy. So
sure. And is there like a go-to food that you feel like just gives you such a maximum energy that you're just like right before you're like, oh, I know if I just need that extra push? Is there one specific thing you might reach for?
I would definitely, and it's not food, but I would reach for a coconut water. I just love coconut water. It has a little bit of that natural, you know, sugar from the coconut in there, and it makes you super hydrated, so it kind of gives me that boost. If I'm feeling a little bit tired or something, I just get that energy. So
now that you've showed women all across America that we can kick ass.
Yep.
You have, and thank you so much for that. So what I really want to know is, do you have any American Ninja training programs in the works? Right?
Definitely. Yeah, my boyfriend Brent and I were actually managing partners in a company called Alpha Warrior, and it was based around obstacles at first, and now we're kind of moving to do these big fitness like complexes where people could come and train and learn how to be fit and stuff. And Brent and I are working on doing some fitness videos for that soon. So
great. So we could like an online program,
definitely,
where people all across America can tune in and tune in and figure out how to get in shape just like you.
Totally. Yeah.
Is there anything else, maybe last minute, you might want to share with someone who is perhaps struggling with finding motivation?
Definitely. I would say a lot of reasons that people kind of give up on their goals or don't make them is because they seem too big at that moment. So I would say in order to cut that down is just make, you know, smaller goals along the way and make sure to praise yourself for those. So, you know, if someone's like, oh, I can't do 10 pull-ups, okay, well, just do one. That's great, you can do one, and try and build up for it. Or if it's that, you know, I can't go without eating for this long, or whatever it is, and just kind of make small goals on the way to that big one and keep praising yourself so it feels like you're getting somewhere and it doesn't seem unreachable.
Right, and another thing I might add to that is kind of how to make mistakes successfully, right?
Definitely.
Because we have to be able to meet ourselves wherever we are that day, right? And we've got to bring flexibility. So we set a goal and we set out to accomplish it, but we didn't quite get there. We still need to recognize the efforts that we did put in.
Exactly.
Right? We have to have that flexible mindset.
Don't derail the whole goal.
Right. Is there any mental sort of tidbit that you use on a day that maybe you set out to do something and you didn't quite accomplish it the way you did, but you were able to find some sort of self-forgiveness or self-acceptance? Okay, this is where I am today, and I'm going to make the best of it.
Definitely a huge thing that I love to really make sure people get is to use your failure to make you stronger, and I've talked about that a lot. And it's, you know, just because I didn't get to where I wanted to doesn't mean that I'm not still on the way there, and doesn't mean that what I did is something that I can learn from. So I like to do that no matter what happens, even if it didn't go the way I wanted it to.
Sure.
You always have to improvise, and you always have to use that, just use it as the next stepping stool and keep getting better.
Well, thank you so very much.
It was so nice chatting with you.
And same here. Thank you.
Definitely.
Good luck to you. We're all cheering for you. Go and show America that you can do it again.
Thank you. I'll do my best.
All right. Take care.
Thanks.
Thank you.